Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we will be exploring the perfect continuous tense. We will see what type of words are affected and what we need to change. Certain words, such as verbs, are affected by the time in which the action took place. And these times are called tenses. And in English, we have three main tenses: the past, the present, and the future. So the present is now, the past has happened, and the future will happen. So remember, the verbs are affected by the tense. What is a verb again? What is a verb? Well, a verb shows an action or a state of being. Here are some examples: run, sleep, smell, feel, play, and watch. These are all verbs. Let's use them in a sentence. So, I run to school. I sleep at night. I smell flowers. I feel good. I play football. And I watch television. These are all the actions within the sentence. These verbs are used in the present simple tense, and these actions are happening right now. The only rule with the present tense is that the subject, he, she, or it, is used, then an S is added to the end of the verb. The end of the verb. For example, I run, he runs. I swim, she swims. I walk, it walks. S, S, S. The perfect continuous tenses. Well, the perfect continuous tense is affected by the past, present, and the future. Therefore, we get a past perfect continuous, a present perfect continuous, and a future perfect continuous. So what is the perfect continuous tense? Well, the perfect continuous tense combines both the perfect tense and the continuous tense together. So this is the form of the tense is used when the action is in progress before another action occurs. So the action is both ongoing and completed. So we add ing to the end of the verb to show the action is ongoing. And we use the word have to suggest the completion of the action. He, she, it, we use the word has. But because it's a separate tense, we also include the word been to show that is the perfect continuous, and to emphasize the duration, the time of the action. This is very important, the duration. So, remember, you have the present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. Let's take a look at the present perfect continuous. So if an action began in the past and continues to the present, we use the present perfect continuous. We always, with the perfect continuous, we always have an emphasis on the duration. Remember, we have to use the word have to suggest the completion of the action. If it's he, she, it, we use the word has. We also include the word been to show that it is the perfect continuous and to emphasize the duration. So let's put all this together and see what it looks like. For example, if we use the word swim and it's me, I have been swimming. I have been swimming. If it's her, she has not been swimming. She has not been swimming. So let's take a look at some examples of the present perfect continuous. I have been running. He has been swimming. She has been talking. It has been walking. We have been flying. And they have been playing. What about the past? Well, the past perfect continuous is used if an activity was in progress before another event in the past. This is always, remember, there's always an emphasis on the duration. As it is the past tense, we have to use the past of have, which is had. For example, here's a sentence. I had been swimming for 2 hours before I went home. So it was in progress before another event or time in the past. Let's take a look at some examples of the past perfect continuous. I had been running. I had been running. He had been swimming. He had been swimming. She had been talking. She had been talking. It had been walking. It had been walking. We had been flying. We had been flying. They had been playing. They had been playing. The had is the same for each of the different subjects. So what about the future? Well, with the future perfect continuous is only used if an activity is in progress before another time or event in the future. And of course, we have to have an emphasis on the duration. As it is the future tense, we have to use the future of have, which is will have. Let's take a look at a sentence. I will have been swimming for 2 hours before I go home. So, the activity is in progress before another time or event in the future. Let's take a look at some examples of future perfect continuous. I will have been running. He will have been swimming. She will have been talking. It will have been walking. We will have been flying. And they will have been playing. So let's do a recap of all the tenses we know so far. So we know the simple, the continuous, the perfect, and now the perfect continuous. So let's start off with the simple. We'll use the word run. So simple. Present. I run. Past. I ran. Future. I will run. Now let's do the continuous. Present, continuous. I am running. Past, continuous. I was running. And future continuous. I will be running. So, with the simple, the verb changes. So I run, I ran, I will run. The continuous, the be verb changes. I am running, I was running, I will be running. So now let's look at the perfect tense. The perfect. We've got the present, the past, and the future. So the present perfect, I have run. I have run. Remember, we use the past participle. The past participle. So the past participle of run is run. The past, I had run. I had run. And the future, I will have run. So it's the have that changes. For example, I have, I had, and I will have. And this is the perfect. And finally, the perfect continuous. Again, we have the present, the past, and the future. So we have the present perfect continuous. Again, we're using run as the verb. I have been running. The past, I had been running. And the future. I will have been running. So again, with the perfect continuous, the have changes in the tenses. Have, had, will have. And this is the perfect continuous tenses. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we'll be looking at family and friends. So what is a family? Well, this is a picture of a family. Simply put, a family is defined as a group of people living together who are related. This is normally parents and their children. Parents and their children. So let's take a look at a family. Here we have a family, we have the parents and the children. Parents are generally mother and father. Mother and father. Mother, M-O-T-H-E-R. Father, F-A-T-H-E-R. The children, you can either have a son, S-O-N, or a daughter, D-A-U-G-H-T-E-R. The family can be bigger than just parents and children. We can have the parents. We call these the grandparents. The grandparents. Here we have the grandparents. We have the grandfather, G-R-A-N-D-F-A-T-H-E-R. Here we have the grandmother, G-R-A-N-D-M-O-T-H-E-R. Grandmother. The parents can have brothers and sisters. These are the grandparents' children as well. They are the aunt and the uncle. Aunt. A-U-N-T. Aunt. Uncle. U-N-C-L-E. If these two had children, their children would be cousins with the other children. The children of the aunt and uncle are the parents' niece and nephew. So the cousins, niece and nephew. Niece, N-I-E-C-E, and nephew, N-E-P-H-E-W. A great way to display a family is using a family tree. Let's put this family onto a tree. Firstly, we need a center point, a person in which the tree is for. So, let's use the mother. Here we go, the mother. The mother has parents. These are grandparents. The mother is married. This is the husband. Together they have children, a son and daughter. The mother has a sister, and a brother-in-law. In-law. L-A-W. The mother has a niece and a nephew. A niece and a nephew. Let's try again, but using a new center point. Let's use the sun. The sun. So the sun has a mother, a father, a sister. A sister. The son has grandparents. The son has an auntie, an uncle, and cousins. Cousins. So that was family, but what about friends? A friend is a person in which you share similar interests with, or someone in which you enjoy spending time with. A friend can come from work, home, outside, or some other place. You may meet all kinds of people from around the world. One person might know how to speak only English. In order to become friends, you will need to introduce yourself. So, let's recap introductions. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? My name is Oliver. My name is Oliver. What about you? What is your name? What about you? What is your name? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. That's all you need to know to introduce yourself. So we've introduced ourselves to someone. You've managed to get their name. You've managed to give your name. But what if you need some more information from them? Well, there's one magic word you need to use, which is please. When you're asking for something, it's really polite to use this word, please. P-L-E-A-S-E, please. You can use it, please can I, please can I, please give me, please give me. This is the polite and correct way to ask for information. Something you might ask someone for after a meeting is the telephone number. You might want to call this person again. So we ask for their mobile number. How to ask for it? A simple question. Please, can I have your number? If you want to be a bit more formal, then you could say, please, could you provide me with your telephone number? Please, could you provide me with your telephone number? If somebody asks me, then you reply, yes. My phone number is... For the number, you should read out aloud number by number. So for this number, 01822 456 908. So let's make up a number. For example, please can I have your number? Yes. My number is 07963 218 972. You might ask for an address. So an address is the information you use to show where you live, where people can send mail to you, or if someone wants to find you. The address includes the street number, the name of the street, the apartment or block number, and the addresses also include the city, region, and postcode. So again, how do you ask for an address? is very easy. Please can I have your address? Please can I have your address? If you want to be more formal, could you provide me with your address? Could you provide me with your address? And if you are asked, you reply, yes. My address is, write the name, your street, your city, your region, and then your postcode. Each line ends with a comma. See, comma, 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 comma. For example, here's an example. James Harrington, 22 Sunny Hill Road, Plymouth, Devon, PL 28B8. If you don't want to give your address, you might want to get in touch with someone after meeting using email. This is a great method of communicating worldwide quickly and for free. So we can ask the email, or you can provide yours. So how do you ask for an email? Well, it's similar to the others. Please can I have your email address? Please can I have your email address? What is your email? What is your email? If you want to be more formal, please could you provide me with your email address? Please could you provide me with your email address? As you can see, it's just as simple as asking for a number. If you are asked, you reply, yes, my email is... And what we do is we read it out like this. englishwizard@abc.com. englishwizard@abc.com. Thank you is just as important as please. So when you have received the information from someone, you can respond with a thank you. This shows that you're happy to receive the information. Thank you. And thank you. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we will be exploring the use of gerunds and infinitives. We will find out what they are. So first of all, what is a gerund? A gerund. Well, gerunds are words that are formed with verbs, but act as nouns. So they are formed with verbs, but act as nouns. Let's recap. What is a verb again? A verb shows an action or a state of being. An action or a state of being. Here we have some examples of some verbs. Here we have run, R-U-N, run. Sleep, S-L-E-E-P, sleep. Smell, S-M-E-L-L, smell. Feel, F-E-E-L, feel. Play, P-L-A-Y, play. And watch, W-A-T-C-H, watch. Run, sleep, smell, feel, play, and watch. These are all actions. So how do we use verbs in a sentence? Well, here we have some examples. The first one, I run to school. I run to school. The second one, I sleep at night. I sleep at night. I smell flowers. I smell flowers. I feel good. I feel good. I play football. I play football. I watch television. I watch television. Run, sleep, smell, feel, play, and watch. These are all the actions within the sentence, or verbs. Run, sleep, smell, feel, play, and watch. So we know verbs now. Let's recap. What are nouns? Well, nouns are words that are the names of people or objects. Objects. These can be singular or plural, many. One or many. For most nouns, if they are plural, you add an extra S at the end. So here we have some examples. Hat, hats. So the singular is hat, H-A-T. The plural is hats, H-A-T-S. Here we have cow, C-O-W. The plural is cows, C-O-W-S. Here we have boy, B-O-Y. And here we have boys, B-O-Y-S, boys. And that's the plural. Car, singular, C-A-R. Cars, plural, C-A-R-S. Here we have book, singular, B-O-O-K. And here we have the plural, books, B-O-O-K-S. So remember, singular, just the noun on its own. If it's plural, it's the noun plus S. Plus S. So how do we spot a gerund? Well, they're very easy to spot, since every gerund is a verb, remember they're verbs, ending with ing. ing. On most verbs, we double the last letter before adding the ing. So, let's have a look at some gerunds. We have read plus ing, reading, R-E-A-D-I-N-G. We have run, the gerund is running, R-U-N-N-I-N-G, running. Here we have fly. The gerund is flying. F-L-Y-I-N-G. Here we have the verb swim. The gerund is swimming. S-W-I-M-M-I-N-G. Swimming. Here we have the verb play. The gerund is playing. Playing. Note, this has nothing to do with the continuous tense or the perfect continuous tense. It's nothing to do with them. Gerunds are just verbs acting as nouns. So the tense doesn't really apply here. So remember, gerunds are just the verbs acting as nouns. Let's take a look at some examples. So how to use gerunds? You can use gerund as the subject of the sentence, the complement, or the object. And here's how. Let's use the gerund reading. R-E-A-D-I-N-G. Reading helps you learn English. Reading helps you learn English. Here, it is the subject of the sentence. The subject. His favourite hobby is reading. His favourite hobby is reading. Here, reading is the complement of the sentence. The complement. I enjoy reading. I enjoy reading. Reading is the object. In each of the sentences, though, reading acts as a noun. So reading acts as a noun. We can also use them in negative sentences by adding the word not. For example, he enjoys not working. He enjoys not working. The best thing for your health is not smoking. Not smoking. And these are negative. So what are infinitives? Well, infinitives are the to form of the verb. The to form of the verb. For example, the infinitive form of learn is to learn. Again, you can use the infinitive as the subject, the complement, or the object of a sentence. You can use it as the subject, the complement, or the object of a sentence. So let's use it in some examples. Here we have, to learn is important. To learn is important. Here it is the subject of the sentence. The subject of the sentence. The most important thing is to learn. The most important thing is to learn. Here, to learn is the complement of the sentence. The complement. Here, he wants to learn. He wants to learn. To learn, in this sentence, is the object. The object. So to learn is important. The most important thing is to learn. He wants to learn. You can also have negative infinitives. Infinitives can be made negative by adding the word not. So, I decided not to go. I decided not to go. The most important thing is not to give up. Not to give up. So which is the best to use between infinitives and gerunds? Well, both gerunds and infinitives can be used for the subject, the complement of the sentence. However, gerunds usually sound more natural. Infinitives tend to sound a bit more abstract. So, here we have an example. So, here's the gerund. Learning. Learning is important. Learning is important. This sounds normal, so it's better to use this one. To learn is important. To learn is important. you can still use this one, but it doesn't sound as normal as the gerund. To learn is important. So this is okay, but less common. So the best one to use is this one. Learning is important. So, if you're using the word as a subject, it's best to use a gerund rather than an infinitive. So here we have the complement. So the most important thing is learning. The most important thing is learning. The most important thing is to learn. The most important thing is to learn. So again, the gerund sounds more natural. The infinitive can still be used, but it's less common. So it's best to use this one. This one is okay, but less common. It's better to use gerund. So we've done the complement and the subject. What about the object of the sentence? Well, when you're using both for the object of the sentence, it can be hard to choose between the gerund and an infinitive. It is usually the main verb in the sentence that determines what to use. So remember, the main verb. Look at the main verb. So here we have the verb. Here we have the verb enjoy. So he enjoys swimming. He enjoys swimming. Enjoy requires a gerund, whereas he wants to swim. He wants to swim. Want requires an infinitive. Want requires an infinitive. So it depends on the main verb. And the main verb in this one is enjoy. The main verb in this sentence is want. Great. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we will be exploring the town, the city, and the countryside. We'll find out what they are, what you can find in each place, and where they are. So, we'll look at the town, the city, and the countryside. So firstly, what is a town? The word what, remember, is used to find out something. Therefore, what is only used when referring to specific information. So let's answer that question. What is a town? Well, a town is a built-up area with a name, defined boundaries, and a local government. So, a town is a built-up area with a name, defined boundaries, and local government. A town is larger than a village. Larger than a village and smaller than a city. Smaller than a city. And here we have a picture of a town. So where can you find towns? Where? The word where is used to find out a place. Therefore, where is only used when referring to a place or location. So let's answer that question. Where can you find towns? Well, towns can be found all over the world, as towns are relatively small. There are a lot more towns than cities. There are a lot more towns than cities. Here we have a picture, and these are all towns within the UK. These are towns within the UK. As you can see, there are a lot. So what is in a town? Well, a town consists of various buildings and amenities. So what does that mean? Well, let's take a look at some examples. In a town, you might find a bank, B-A-N-K, bank. A store, S-T-O-R-E, store. A post office, P-O-S-T-O-F-F-I-C-E, post office. You might find a school, S-C-H-O-O-L, school. You might find a hospital, H-O-S-P-I-T-A-L, hospital. There might be a church, C-H-U-R-C-H, church. There might be a library, L-I-B-R-A-R-Y, library. There might be a cinema, C-I-N-E-M-A, cinema. You might have a train station, T-R-A-I-N-S-T-A-T-I-O-N, train station. A restaurant, R-E-S-T-A-U-R-A-N-T, restaurant. So these are all buildings and amenities within a town. So as a town is relatively small, well, it's smaller than a city, the amenities and buildings should be quite close to each other. So here we have the layout of a town. This is from above. So here in this town, we have a bank, a police station, a store, a hospital, a church, a train station, a library, a school, a post office, a drugstore, a restaurant, and a movie theatre. And these are all very close to each other. So that was a town. What is a city? Well, a city is a place where people live that is larger and more important than a town. So it's larger and more important than a town. Here are some famous cities that you might know. New York, New York. Paris, Paris. London, London. Barcelona, Barcelona. New York, N-E-W-Y-O-R-K. Y-O-R-K. Paris. P-A-R-I-S. Paris. London. L-O-N-D-O-N. London. Barcelona. B-A-R-C-E-L-O-N-A. Barcelona. The most important city in a country is called the capital. The capital. England's capital is London. London. France's capital is Paris. Paris. And Brazil's capital is Rio de Janeiro. So London. L-O-N-D-O-N. London. Paris. P-A-R-I-S. Paris. Rio de Janeiro. R-E-R-I-O-D-E-J-A-N-E-I-R-O. Rio de Janeiro. What is your capital? What is your capital? So what is in a city? What is in a city? Well, a city has a few more amenities than a town, as it is larger and has more people within it. So, in a city, you might find parks. Parks. P-A-R-K-S. Parks. You might find apartments. Apartments. A-P-A-R-T-M-E-N-T-S. Apartments. You might have an airport. An airport. A-I-R-P-O-R-T. Airport. You might have skyscrapers. Skyscrapers. S-K-Y-S-C-R-A-P-E-R-S. Skyscrapers. There might be a stadium. A stadium. S-T-A-D-I-U-M. Stadium. There might be a cathedral. A cathedral. Cathedral. C-A-T-H-E-D-R-A-L. Cathedral. You might have a city centre. A city centre. C-I-T-Y-C-E-N-T-R-E. City centre. There might be a police station. Police station. P-O-L-I-C-E-S-T-A-T-I-O-N. Police station. You might have a fire station. Fire station. F-I-R-E-S-T-A-T-I-O-N. Fire station. Let's take a look at the layout of a city. So here we have a layout, and this is again from above. So in this city we have a bank, apartment house, apartment, house, a park, a bridge, a police station, a stadium, skyscraper, a city centre, a warehouse, an airport, a hotel, traffic lights, a petrol station, a hospital, a church, a wharf, factory, a shopping centre, a fire station, a school, a train station, and wood, a wood. Between everything, we have roads, R-O-A-D-S, roads. So, we have the town, the city. What about the countryside? The countryside is the land and scenery of rural area. So anywhere away from urban areas. Where is the countryside? Well, the countryside itself can be very different depending on the country or the region. The countryside could be desert, mountains, rainforest, farmland, woods, moors. Desert, D-E-S-E-R-T, desert. Mountains, M-O-U-N-T-A-I-N-S, mountains. Rainforest, R-A-I-N-F-O-R-E-S-T. Farmland, F-A-R-M-L-A-N-D. Woods, W-O-O-D-S. Moors, M-O-O-R-S, moors. What types of countryside do you have in your country? What types of countryside do you have in your country? So now let's take a look at transport. What is transport? Well, transport is the method of moving from one place to another. The types of transport can change depending on the place. So let's take a look at in the town. In the town. In the town, I go by foot. I go by foot. In the town, I go by car. I go by car. In the town, I go by bicycle. I go by bicycle. In the town, I go by bus. In the town, I go by bus. In the city, in the city. In the city, I go by train. In the city, I go by train. In the city, I go by plane. I go by plane. In the city, I go by metro or subway. I go by metro or subway. In the city, I go by taxi. In the city, I go by taxi. In the countryside. In the countryside, I go by boat. I go by boat. In the countryside, I go by canoe. I go by canoe. In the countryside, I go by helicopter. I go by helicopter. In the countryside, I go by hot air balloon. I go by hot air balloon. I go by. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we will be exploring active voice and passive voice. Active voice and passive voice. Sentences can be active or passive. Therefore, tenses also have active forms and passive forms. Let's do a little recap. So remember, we have three main tenses in English: past, present, and future. Remember, present is happening now, the past has happened, and the future will happen. So here we have a table of the tenses. We have the simple, the continuous, the perfect, and the perfect continuous. And each are affected by the present, past, and future. To make it a bit more complicated, we have, for each tense, the active form. So within active sentences, the thing doing the action is the subject of the sentence. The thing receiving the action is the object. Active sentences are the most commonly used. Let's take a look at an example here. So, the thing or person doing the action, plus a verb, plus the thing or person receiving the action. So John is the person doing the action. So John punches James, and James is the person receiving the action. So this is an active sentence. Active. So remember, John, the person doing the action, punches James, the person receiving the action. Here we have some more examples. The clown entertains the audience. The clown entertains the audience. The clown is the thing or person doing the action, and the audience is the thing or person receiving the action. And entertains is the verb. So, here we've got another one. Harry tidies the room. Harry is the person doing the action, tidies is the verb, and the room is the thing or person receiving the action. Here we have Jane loves Darren. Jane is the person doing the action, love is the verb, and Darren is the person receiving the action. So what about the passive form? Well, the passive form, the thing receiving the action is the subject of the sentence. The thing doing the action is optionally included near the end of the sentence. So it's kind of turned around, switched around. So when to use the passive form? Well, the first thing, when the thing receiving the action is more important. So when the thing receiving the action is more important. Or two, if you do not know who is doing the action, you don't know who is doing the action. Or if you do not want to mention who is doing that action. So those are two reasons to use the passive form. Let's take a look at the passive form then. So remember, it's switched around from the active form. So it starts off with the thing or person receiving the action instead. you have to add the be verb and the past participle of the verb, then followed by. Then, optionally, you can add the person doing the action. So, James is punched by John. So James, the thing or person who received the action, is past participle of the verb, punched by John. Here we have some more examples. The audience is entertained by the clown. So the audience, the person receiving the action, is entertained by the clown, the thing or person doing the action. The room is cleaned by Tom. The room is cleaned by Tom. So the room, the thing or person receiving the action, is cleaned by Tom, the person doing the action. Darren is loved by Jane. Darren, the person receiving the action, is loved by Jane, the person doing the action. So, firstly, let's recap the tenses. We have the simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So let's start off with simple. Continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. We have present, past, and future. So we have the present, past, and future. So we'll use the verb run. So the simple present, I run. The past, I ran. The future, I will run. The continuous, when the action is ongoing, we have the present. I am running. I am running. The past, I was running. And the future, I will be running. We have the perfect tense when the actions are completed. So if the action is completed in the present, it's I have run. Remember, it's the past participle. And the past participle of run is run. The past perfect, I had run. And the future, I will have run. And finally, the perfect continuous. So the perfect continuous, let's do the present perfect continuous first. I have been running. The past perfect continuous, I had been running. And the future perfect continuous. I will have been running. So I will have been running. So let's take a look and see what changes with each tense. So with the simple, it's the verb that changes. Run, ran, will run. The continuous, it's the be verb. I am, I was, I will be. In the perfect, it's have, I have, had, will have. And in the perfect continuous, it's the have as well. Have, had, will have. So these are all the tenses for the verb run. So, remember, sentences can be both active or passive. Therefore, tenses also have active forms and passive forms. So let's go through the forms. So we've done, let's have a look at simple present. Terry sells the house is the active. The passive, the house is sold by Terry. Simple past, John punched James. James was punched by John. Someone will start the party. Simple future. Someone will start the party. The party will be started by someone. Let's have a look at the present continuous. Right now, Debbie is writing the letter. Right now, Debbie is writing the letter. So we can say the letter is being written by Debbie. Is being written by. The past continuous, the manager was talking to the customer. The manager was talking to the customer. So we change this round. The customer was being talked to by the customer. Was being talked to by. Harry will be running home. Will be being run. Present perfect. Many people have visited London. So swap it round. London has been visited. Many people have visited. Has been visited. So London has been visited by many people. Past perfect. Alex had burnt his arm many times before he received treatment. So Alex's arm had been burnt so had been burnt. Future perfect, the film will have finished when we get there. When we get there, the film will have been finished. Will the present perfect continuous. Recently, Sarah has been doing the work. The work has been being done recently by Sarah. So the work has been being done. Kyle had been playing as the drummer in a band for 2 years before he played the guitar. So we change this round. Instead of had been playing, had been being played. So, had been being played instead. Future perfect continuous. The famous artist will have been painting the mural for over 6 months by the time it is finished. By the time it is finished, the famous artist will have been being painting, will have been being painted. Will have been being painted. So here, by the time it is finished, the famous artist, the mural will have been being painted for over 6 months by the famous artist. Great. So let's go back and just recap. So, simple present, Terry sells the house. You change sells to is sold by. Simple past, simple past, John punched James. You change it to was punched by. Simple future, will start, changes to will be started by. The present continuous, is writing, changes to is being written by. Past continuous, we've got talking, to. You change it to was being talked to by. Future continuous, will be running, will be being ran. We've got the present perfect, many people have visited, changes to has been visited by. Past perfect, had burnt, changes to had been burnt. Future perfect, will have finished, changes to will have been finished. Present perfect continuous, has been doing, changes to has been being done. Past perfect continuous, had been playing, had been being played. And finally, future perfect continuous, will have been painting, changes to will have been being painted. That's everything. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we'll be looking at how to establish a mood within a sentence. So firstly, what is a mood? What is a mood? Well, a mood is a temporary state of mind or feeling. Feeling. Another word for mood is emotion. Emotion. These can be both good or bad. Let's have a look at some emotions. We have happy, sad, angry, scared, shy, confident, surprised, ashamed, disgusted, exhausted, confused, and bored. So happy, how do you spell it? Well, H-A-P-P-Y, happy. Sad, S-A-D, sad. Angry, A-N-G-R-Y, angry. Scared, S-C-A-R-E-D, scared. Shy, S-H-Y, shy. Confident, C-O-N-F-I-D-E-N-T, confident. Surprised, S-U-R-P-R-I-S-E-D, surprised. Ashamed, A-S-H-A-M-E-D, ashamed. Disgusted, D-I-S-G-U-S-T-E-D, disgusted. Exhausted, E-X-H-A-U-S-T-E-D, exhausted. And finally, bored, B-O-R-E-D, bored. So how do you express emotions? Show someone how you feel. Well, to express an emotion, we can either use be verbs or the action verb feel. So we can use be verbs or the verb feel. Let's take a look at some examples of be verbs. Be verbs. I am happy. I am happy. You are sad. You are sad. He is angry. He is angry. She is scared. She is scared. It is shy. It is shy. We are exhausted. We are exhausted. They are bored. They are bored. You can also use negative and interrogative forms of be verb sentences. For example, if we do negative, I am not happy. Not. Interrogative, let's do it over here. Am I happy? Am I happy? We can also use the verb feel to express an emotion. So we can use feel to express an emotion. For example, I feel happy. I feel happy. You feel sad. You feel sad. He feels angry. He feels angry. She feels scared. She feels scared. It feels shy. It feels shy. We feel exhausted. We feel exhausted. They feel bored. They feel bored. As it is a verb, remember if it's he, she, or it, you add an S. So it's feels. He feels, she feels, it feels. Both I am and feel have the same meaning. However, the be verbs indicate a sense of certainty with the emotions. I am happy rather than I feel happy. So what about in sentences? Well, to express the attitude or emotion in a sentence, we can use 3 different moods. These moods show the writer's attitude to what he or she is saying. So the first mood is the indicative mood. The indicative mood is used to state an actuality or a fact. So if you are certain about something, the use of will is commonly used for the indicative mood. Will. We will go to see a movie this Sunday. We will go to see a movie this Sunday. I'll or I will follow you. I'll follow you. These are all certain. They will happen. The imperative mood is the second mood, and the imperative mood is used to make a request. So if you're asking for something, the use of please is commonly used for the imperative mood. For example here, please please follow me. Please follow me. You can also say, let's go. Let's go. Let's go see a movie this weekend. Let's go see a movie this weekend. The subjunctive mood is the third mood, and the subjunctive mood is used to express a doubt. A doubt. So if you're not sure about something. The use of if is commonly used for the subjunctive mood. If I were you, I wouldn't go to the cinema. If I were you, I wouldn't go to the cinema. You can also use wish. I wish you would follow me. I wish you would follow me. We have some other common words used in the subjunctive mood. So let's use you follow me. So you follow me. You can say, I ask you to follow me. I ask you to follow me. I recommend you follow me. I recommend you follow me. I suggest you follow me. I suggest you follow me. I wish you follow me. I wish you follow me. I insist you follow me. I insist you follow me. I order you to follow me. I order you to follow me. I commend you follow me. I commend you follow me. I request you follow me. I request you follow me. And I demand you follow me. I demand you follow me. So I ask you to, and I order you to. There are some rules that we need to follow, especially in the subjunctive mood. For example, the verb in the subjunctive mood may have a different form. Let's recap verbs. So a verb, remember, shows an action or a state of being. Here are some examples. Run, sleep, smell, feel, play, watch. Run, sleep, smell, feel, play, and watch. And remember, when the verbs are used in the present tense, these actions are happening now. The only rule with the present tense is that the subject is he, she, or it, then an S is added to the end. I run, he runs. I swim, she swims. I walk, it walks. So S, S, S. The subjunctive form of the present simple tense, third person it, drops the S or ES. So no S. Let's take a look at some examples. So our suggestion is that everyone on the team does the survey. This is wrong because it drops the S or ES. You should say, our suggestion is that everyone on the team do the survey. Do the survey. She recommended that each student takes a note. Takes a note. This is wrong. You should say, she recommended that each student take a note. Take a note. Because with the third person it, you drop the S or the ES. This one is correct. This one is wrong. This one is wrong. Another rule is that in the subjunctive mood, the verb to be is be in the present and were in the past. So, present, be, past, were. So, let's have a look at some examples. If I was you, I would take any offer. So, this is the past. So in the past, we change it to were. If I were you, I would take any offer. This is correct. If I was able to speak English fluently, I wish I was able to speak English fluently. This is wrong, because the past is were. I wish I were able to speak English fluently. This is correct. So let's go back and recap the rule. In the subjunctive mood, the third person, it drops the S or ES. The verb be is be in the present tense and were in the past. And those are the rules. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we will be exploring conjunctions and conjunction adverbs. We will discover what they are and how to use them. What is a conjunction? Well, a conjunction is a word that is used to join words or groups of words in a sentence. There are three types of conjunctions. We have coordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, and subordinating conjunctions. What are coordinating junctions? Well, coordinating junctions are used to connect words, phrases, or clauses that are independent or equal. So they're used to connect words or phrases or clauses that are independent, so on their own, or equal to one another. Let's take a look at some then. We have the word and. It means in addition to. For example, I will eat a pizza and a hamburger. I will eat a pizza and a hamburger. We have the word but, used to connect two things that do not agree. Used to connect two things that do not agree. I like chips, but she likes wedges. I like chips, but she likes wedges. Or is used to indicate a choice between two things. Do you want apple juice or orange juice? Do you want apple juice or orange juice? So is used to illustrate a result of the first thing. For example, it is cold, so I put on a coat. It is cold, so I put on a coat. For means because. For means because. I love pizza, for it is delicious. I love pizza, for it is delicious. Nor is used to indicate the same response for two different things. I don't like chicken, nor pork. I don't like chicken, nor pork. Yet is used to indicate a contrast with something. It's used to indicate a contrast with something. It is a beautiful plate, yet it is too small. It is a beautiful plate, yet it is too small. There's quite an easy way to remember the coordinating conjunctions. Just remember fanboys. Fanboys. F-A-N-B-O-Y-S. For and nor, but, or, yet, so. Fanboys. Next we have the correlative conjunctions, the correlative conjunctions. And the correlative conjunctions are used in pairs. They help to compare or describe two parts of the sentence. Let's take a look at some. We have both and. Both is used for emphasis to refer to two people or things. Two people or things. For example, I love both pizza and hamburgers. I love both pizza and hamburgers. Both wine and beer are alcoholic. Both wine and beer are alcoholic. Either or. Either or is used to indicate a similarity or link or choice. I am fine with either pizza or hamburger. I am fine with either pizza or hamburger. You can have either beer or wine. Just one. Pizza or hamburger, either beer or wine. Neither nor. Neither is used to show a choice for not the one nor the other of the two things. So choosing nothing. So he enjoys neither pizza nor hamburgers. He enjoys neither pizzas nor hamburgers. Neither you nor I. Neither you nor I. Not only, but also. Not only is used to link two words or phrases that refer to things, actions, or situations. But also is used to refer to another thing, another action, or another situation. Not only is pizza delicious, but also hamburgers. Not only is pizza delicious, but also hamburgers. He drank not only beer, but also wine. He drank not only beer, but also wine. So these are the correlative conjunctions, and this is a recap. We have both and, either or, neither nor, not only, but also. And finally, we have the subordinating conjunctions. The subordinating conjunctions are used at the beginning of subordinate clauses. Subordinate clauses are the part of the sentence that is used to add more information. We have although. Although. It means in spite of the fact that. So, although it was sunny, I stayed inside. Although it was sunny, I stayed inside. After. After is used to indicate what happened next, or what will happen next. Please take me home after the movie. Please take me home after the movie. Before is used to indicate what happened earlier. He fell asleep before the end of the movie. He fell asleep before the end of the movie. How? How is used to show or question the way something is done. I know how he did it. I know how he did it. Because is used for the answer of the question why. He can buy everything because he is rich. He can buy everything because he is rich. If. If means in the event that. If means in the event that. If I am good, can I have some sweets? If I am good, can I have some sweets? Once is used to indicate the moment when something happened. Once I crashed. Once I crashed, it hurt a lot. Since. Since is used to indicate a duration. Since is used to indicate a duration. So I've been sad since my dog died. I've been sad since my dog died. Until means up to the time that. Stay here until I get back. Stay here until I get back. So that means in order to. I worked all weekend so that I kept my job. I worked all weekend so that I kept my job. Unless means except or on the condition. I cannot run unless I listen to music. I cannot run unless I listen to music. While means during the time. While I was running, I listened to music. While I was running, I listened to music. When means at that time. I was at the party when they arrived. I was at the party when they arrived. Where. Where is used to indicate a place. This is where I live. This is where I live. Whether. Used to suggest one choice when two options occur. I will move whether I get the job or not. Whether. So we also have the conjunctive adverbs. And the conjunctive adverbs are words that join two sentences together to help create a shorter sentence. So when using a conjunctive adverb, we put a semicolon, this symbol here, before it and a comma after it. A comma. Semicolon and a comma. Here we have an example. We have what you want. However, the store is closed. We have what you want. However, the store is closed. Here are some examples of conjunctive adverbs. Accordingly, also, besides, consequently, finally, however, indeed, instead, likewise, meanwhile, moreover, nevertheless, next, otherwise, still, therefore, then, and there are more. So here we have some examples. The cut healed, semicolon, conjunctive adverb, comma, I did not go to the doctor. The cut healed, therefore I did not go to the doctor. There are many songs. However, some are better than others. I was happy. Then I had to go to work. I was happy. Then I had to go to work. So remember, we've got first part of the sentence, the conjunctive adverb, comma, rest of the sentence, full stop. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we will be exploring auxiliary verbs. We'll find out what they are and how to use them. So firstly, what is an auxiliary verb? Well, an auxiliary verb helps add functional or grammatical meaning to the sentence in which it appears. Auxiliary verbs can help change the tense, the mood, or the voice of the sentence. So let's recap that. An auxiliary verb helps add functional or grammatical meaning to the sentence in which it appears. They can also help change the tense, mood, or voice of the sentence. So we have some verbs here. Be, do, and have. They can be both used as either a main verb or an auxiliary verb. Let's take a look at them and how to use them as auxiliary verbs. Let's start off with be. Be. So be can be used in continuous sentences. So remember the continuous tenses. I am flying. I am flying. She is cooking a meal. She is cooking a meal. They can also be used in passive sentences. Passive sentences. I was punched by James. I was punched by James. It was told off by its owner. It was told off by its owner. Do. Do. Do is used in negative sentences. I do not understand. I do not understand. She doesn't or does not look happy. She does not look happy. It can be used in questions. Questions. Do you know the way? Do you know the way? Did it work? Did it work? Have. Have can be used in perfect sentences. So remember the tense. The tense is I have fixed it. I have fixed it. We have made it. We have made it. So those were be, do, and have. There are some other auxiliary verbs, and these verbs are will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must. And these cannot be main verbs alone. They have to be auxiliary verbs. They will always need a main verb to follow them. Let's start with will. Will is used to express desire, preference, choice, or consent. I will marry you. I will marry you. Will you leave me alone? Will you leave me alone? It can also be used to express the future, something that will happen. I will learn English. I will learn English. The summer will be here. The summer will be here. It can be used to express capacity or capability. Capacity or capability. For example, this bottle will hold 1 litre. This can will store food for years. Will can also be used to express determination, insistence, or persistence. I will do what you asked. I will do what you asked. Would. Would is the past of will. And would is often used in auxiliary functions with rather to express preference. So, I would rather sunbathe. I would rather sunbathe. It can be used to express a wish or desire. I would like to have pizza. I would like to have pizza. It can be used to express routine or habitual things. Normally, I would stop work at 10. Normally, I would stop work at 10. It can also be used to express contingency or possibility. I would be rich if I won the lottery. I would be rich if I won the lottery. Shall. Shall is used to politely ask a question. Shall we go to the movies? Shall we go to the movies? Shall we go home? Shall we go home? It can be used to deliver obligation or requirement. You shall listen to me now. You shall listen to me now. There shall be no changes to the rules. There shall be no changes to the rules. Should. Should is the past form of shall and is often used in auxiliary functions to express an opinion, suggestion, preference, or idea. You should take out the trash. You should take out the trash. He should go to the dentist. He should go to the dentist. Should can be used to express that you wish something had happened, but it didn't or couldn't. You should have tried it. You should have tried it. He should have gone home. He should have gone home. Should can be used to ask for someone's opinion. What should I wear? What should I wear? Should we go shopping? Should we go shopping? It can also be used to say something expected or correct. There should be a cafe here. There should be a cafe here. He should be 20 tomorrow. He should be 20 tomorrow. Can. Can is used to express ability. I can play football. I can play football. She can't speak German. She can't speak German. Can also be used to ask for permission. Can I use your hairbrush? Can I use your hairbrush? Can I go home? Can I go home? Can be used to make requests or suggestions. Can I have a holiday? Can I have a holiday? Can you pay me? Can you pay me? Could is the past of can. Could is the past of can. And could describes an ability that someone had in the past. I could ride a bike. I could ride a bike. You could see for miles. You could see for miles. Could is also often used in auxiliary functions to express permission politely. Could I dance with you? Could I dance with you? You could stay over. You could stay over. It can also be used to express possibility. They could come with me. They could come with me. You could always visit. You could always visit. May. May is used to ask for the formal permission. Ask for formal permission. May I try some? May I try some? May I talk? May I talk? It can also be used to suggest something that is possible. She may be allowed on. She may be allowed on. They may not like it. They may not like it. Might. Might is the past form of may and is used to suggest a smaller possibility than may does. A smaller possibility. She might talk. She might talk. I might go home. I might go home. And must. We use must to express something that is required or necessary. I must leave now. I must leave now. He must pay his bills. He must pay his bills. It can also be used to show that something is very likely. You must be happy. You must be happy. You must be quiet. You must be quiet. Great. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we'll be taking a look at some grammar essentials, some final pieces of English you need to know. These include articles, indefinitive and definitive, interjections, and capitalization. So let's have a look at the articles. Let's recap them. We have a, an, and the, or the. A is used if the noun starts with a consonant, anything other than A, E, I, O, U. An is used if the noun starts with a vowel, A, E, I, O, U. And the, or the, can be used before singular and plural, count and non-count nouns. So what about the indefinitive article, a and an? Well, they are used before singular nouns that are unspecified. For example, a computer, an apple. They can be used before number collectives and some numbers. A litre, 100. They can also be used with nouns to form phrases with quantity, amount, or degree. I am happy a lot. I am happy a lot. The definitive article is used to indicate a noun that has been previously specified or talked about. Pet, the dog. Pet, the dog. I love the summer. I love the summer. The can also be used to indicate a noun that is unique. It's the devil. It's the devil. The airport is close. The airport is close. It can also be used to designate a natural phenomenon. For example, here, the sky is orange. The sky is orange. The day is short. The day is short. It can also be used to refer to a time period. For example, I look so funny in the past. I looked so funny in the past. In the 1900s, there were many wars. In the 1900s, there were many wars. It can also be used to indicate all the members of the family. For example, the Joneses are funny. The Joneses are funny. I listen to The Smiths. I listen to The Smiths. Now let's move on to interjections. Interjections. An interjection is a word that expresses an emotion. It can also just stand alone by itself. Remember, emotions are a type of feeling you feel towards someone or something. These can be both good and bad. Let's take a look at some. Happy, sad, angry, scared, shy, confident, surprised, ashamed, disgusted, exhausted, confused, and bored. When you are expressing a strong emotion, you use an exclamation mark. A comma can be used for a weaker emotion. So these are some words that can express a feeling. Wow, gee, oops, darn, geez, oh. Oops, my bad. Wow, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, I understand. Oops, my bad. Wow, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, I understand now. We can also say yes or no using yes, no, nope. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. No, no way. No, no way. Nope, not today. Nope, not today. Yes, of course. No, no way. Nope, not today. We can also use them to call attention. To call attention. Yo, hey, you. Yo, pass the ball. Yo, pass the ball. Hey, can I get your number? Hey, can I get your number? They can be used to indicate a pause. Well, 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 that was awkward. Well, that was awkward. Sure? Sure? You okay? You okay? And finally, we'll look at capitalization. So capitalization is the use of capital letters. Capital letters. Here we have A, B, and C. These are lowercase, and these are the capitals. A, B, C. The use of capital letters helps people to understand what you are trying to write. So follow these rules, and always capitalize with these. The first word in a sentence. The first word in a sentence. So with the first word, the first letter is a capital. You are always happy. Dogs can be smart. The D and the Y are capitals. The pronoun I is always a capital. You and I are brothers. You and I are brothers. The first letter of a proper noun, a specific name. Harry is quite funny. The H, Harry. This is John's football. John, the J is a capital. Hello, my name is Fred. F is capital, Fred. The first letter of months, days, and holidays. We will meet on Thursday. The T is a capital. My birthday is in June. The J is a capital. The first letter of nationalities, religions, races of people, and languages. They all start with a capital letter. For example, I love Chinese food. The C in Chinese is capital. I speak only English. E, English. The first letter in a person's title. The first letter in a person's title. Mr. Jones. M. Mr. Jones. My doctor is called Dr. Bones. The D in doctor is a capital. Geographic areas, cities, states, countries, mountains, oceans, rivers, and so on, all need a capital letter at the beginning. My favourite city is London. The L is a capital. Italy is in Europe. Italy is a capital I, and Europe is a capital E. My favourite city is London, L. Italy is in Europe, I and E. So on this map you can see every country starts with a capital letter. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome. Today we'll be doing a dictation. A dictation. You will listen and write. Listen and write. Dog. Dog. Cat. Cat. Hamster. Hamster. Parrot. Parrot. Rabbit. Rabbit. Octopus. Octopus. Seal. Seal. This is my cat. This is my cat. These are my dogs. These are my dogs. This is Oliver speaking. This is Oliver speaking. This dog is here. This dog is here. Those cows are there. Those cows are there. Run. Run. Sleep. Sleep. Eat. Eat. Walk. Walk. Sinks. Sinks. I do not eat chocolate. I do not eat chocolate. He runs. He runs. Do you drive? Do you drive? So we have finished the dictation. Let's check your answers. Dog. D-O-G. Dog. Cat. C-A-T. Cat. Hamster. H-A-M-S-T-E-R. Hamster. Parrot. P-A-R-R-O-T. Parrot. Rabbit. R-A-B-B-I-T. Rabbit. Octopus. O-C-T-O-P-U-S. Octopus. Seal. S-E-A-L. Seal. This is my cat. This is my cat. These are my dogs. These are my dogs. This is Oliver speaking. This is Oliver speaking. This dog is here. This dog is here. Those cows are there. Those cows are there. Run. R-U-N. Run. Sleep. S-L-E-E-P. Sleep. Eat. E-A-T. Eat. Walk. W-A-L-K. Walk. Sinks. S-I-N-K-S. Sinks. I do not eat chocolate. I do not eat chocolate. He runs. He runs. Do you drive? Do you drive? That's the end of dictation 1. How did you do? Dictation 2. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm great. What is your name? I'm great. What is your name? My name is Sarah. What is your name? My name is Sarah. What is your name? My name is Oliver. What is the time? My name is Oliver. What is the time? The time is 12:30. The time is 12:30. What day is it? What day is it? It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. And what is the month? And what is the month? The month is May. The month is May. And what year is it? And what year is it? It is the year 2017. It is the year 2017. When is your birthday, Oliver? When is your birthday, Oliver? My birthday is on the 22nd of July. My birthday is on the 22nd of July. Thank you. Goodbye, Oliver. Thank you. Goodbye, Oliver. Goodbye, Sarah. Goodbye, Sarah. That's the end of the dictation. Let's go through. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm great. What is your name? I'm great. What is your name? My name is Sarah. What is your name? My name is Sarah. What is your name? My name is Oliver. What is the time? My name is Oliver. What is the time? The time is 12:30. The time is 12:30. What day is it? What day is it? It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. And what is the month? And what is the month? The month is May. The month is May. And what year is it? And what year is it? It is the year 2017. It is the year 2017. When is your birthday, Oliver? When is your birthday, Oliver? My birthday is on the 22nd of July. My birthday is on the 22nd of July. Thank you. Goodbye, Oliver. Thank you. Goodbye, Oliver. Goodbye, Sarah. Goodbye, Sarah. That's the end of dictation 2. How did you do? Dictation 3. Describe your body. Describe your body. I have a face. I have a face. On my face, I have 2 ears. On my face, I have 2 ears. I have a mouth. I have a mouth. I have a nose. I have a nose. I have 2 brown eyes. I have 2 brown eyes. I also have brown hair. I also have brown hair. 2 eyebrows, 2 eyebrows, cheeks, cheeks, and a forehead, and a forehead. My mouth contains lips. My mouth contains lips, teeth, and a tongue. Teeth and a tongue. I have a long neck. I have a long neck. Two arms, and 2 legs, and 2 legs. I have a chest and shoulders. I have a chest and shoulders. I have ugly knees. I have ugly knees. I have a small tummy. I have a small tummy. I have small elbows. I have small elbows. And a warm belly button. And a warm belly button. My shirt is blue and warm. My shirt is blue and warm. My trousers are long and dark blue. My trousers are long and dark blue. My shoes are black and new. My shoes are black and new. Okay, let's take a look at the answers. Describe your body. I have a face. On my face, I have 2 ears. I have a mouth. I have a nose. I have a face. On my face, I have 2 ears. I have a mouth. I have a nose. I have 2 brown eyes. I also have brown hair, 2 eyebrows, cheeks, and a forehead. I have 2 brown eyes. I also have brown hair, 2 eyebrows, cheeks, and a forehead. My mouth contains lips, teeth, and a tongue. My mouth contains lips, teeth, and a tongue. I have a long neck. I have a long neck. 2 arms and 2 legs. 2 arms and 2 legs. I have a chest and shoulders. I have a chest and shoulders. I have ugly knees. I have ugly knees. I have a small tummy. I have a small tummy. I have small elbows. I have small elbows. And a warm belly button. And a warm belly button. My shirt is blue and warm. My shirt is blue and warm. My trousers are long and dark blue. My trousers are long and dark blue. My shoes are black and new. My shoes are black and new. That's the end of dictation 3. How did you do? Dictation 4. My house and job. My house and job. I live with my family. I live with my family. My type of house is a flat. My type of house is a flat. My house is in the city. My house is in the city. In the house, I have a bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, a dining room, and a study. In the house, I have a bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, a dining room, and a study. In the bedroom, I rest and sleep. In the bedroom, I rest and sleep. In the bathroom, I wash and get ready. In the bathroom, I wash and get ready. I have a bath, a shower, a toilet, and a wash basin. I have a bath, a shower, a toilet, and a wash basin. In the kitchen, I cook and prepare my food. In the kitchen, I cook and prepare my food. In the living room, I relax and watch TV. In the living room, I relax and watch TV. I work in the city. I work in the city. So I go to work by bus. So I go to work by bus. I work as a teacher. I work as a teacher. I help you learn. I help you learn. I teach people. I teach people. And I work in a school. And I work in a school. My friend works in the countryside. My friend works in the countryside. So he goes by car. So he goes by car. He works as a farmer. He works as a farmer. He grows crops and works on the farm. He grows crops and works on the farm. My brother is a police officer. My brother is a police officer. He solves crimes. He solves crimes. Catches criminals. Catches criminals. Protects people. Protects people. And gives people tickets. And give people tickets. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. My house and job. I live with my family. My type of house is a flat. My house is in the city. In the house, I have a bedroom. In the house, I have a bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, a dining room, and a study. And a study. In the bedroom, I rest and sleep. In the bedroom, I rest and sleep. In the bathroom, I wash and get ready. In the bathroom, I wash and get ready. I have a bath, a shower, a toilet, and a wash basin. In the kitchen, I cook and prepare my food. In the kitchen, I cook and prepare my food. In the living room, I relax and watch TV. In the living room, I relax and watch TV. I work in the city. I work in the city, so I go to work by bus. So I go to work by bus. I work as a teacher. I work as a teacher. I help you learn. I help you learn. I teach people. I teach people. And I work in a school. And I work in a school. My friend works in the countryside. My friend works in the countryside. So he goes by car. So he goes by car. He works as a farmer. He works as a farmer. He grows crops and works on the farm. He grows crops and works on the farm. My brother is a police officer. My brother is a police officer. He solves crimes. He solves crimes. Catches criminals. Catches criminals. Protects people. Protects people. And gives people tickets. And gives people tickets. That's the end of dictation 4. How did you do? Dictation 5. Emotions. Emotions. I am happy. I am happy. You are sad. You are sad. He is angry. He is angry. She is shy. She is shy. We are exhausted. We are exhausted. They are bored. They are bored. How do I feel? How do I feel? I feel happy, thank you. I feel happy, thank you. How does he feel? How does he feel? He feels excited. He feels excited. How do they feel? How do they feel? They feel ashamed. They feel ashamed. How does she feel? How does she feel? She feels disgusted. She feels disgusted. How does it feel? How does it feel? It feels scared. It feels scared. Let's take a look at the answers. Emotions. I am happy. You are sad. He is angry. She is shy. We are exhausted. They are bored. How do I feel? I feel happy, thank you. I feel happy, thank you. How does he feel? How does he feel? He feels excited. He feels excited. How do they feel? How do they feel? They feel ashamed. They feel ashamed. How does she feel? How does she feel? She feels disgusted. She feels disgusted. How does it feel? How does it feel? It feels scared. It feels scared. That's the end. How did you do?